Golf Channel morning drive analyst Chris DiMarco, been on tour since 1989. Still playing, not qualifying for the Masters, but at Augusta and here to clue us in on Tiger Woods. Is Tiger Woods going to play, Chris?
You know, I'm a little taken back. I'm not sure. I think yesterday, in my opinion, which I think that he went up there yesterday to see how his game would stack up to that golf course, chip in around those greens, you know, before everybody get out there. Obviously, we've all heard of his struggles that he's been having. We've all watched it here in the last probably 3 or 4 months, which, shocking to me, I never thought I'd ever see Tiger Woods struggle mentally or physically, especially in the short game.
Okay, but is this more mental or physical that's keeping him from coming back to play?
You know, I think it's mental. I really do. I think that you know, obviously he's done a lot of swing changes. He's got a lot of injuries too. I mean, a lot of surgeries. But
Chris, wasn't he supposed to be all about the mental aspect of the game where he dominated everybody else?
That's what's shocking me. That's exactly 100% what's shocked me. I've stared this guy down eye to eye in plenty of events and have never seen anybody more mentally tough and mentally focused than him. So this is what's shocking to me.
He starts talking about Tiger mentally, and the phone goes out.
He's not the first guy to get taken out.
Well, Fritzy will try to get Chris DiMarco back. Yeah, people used to talk about your playing abilities are very similar on tour, but you know it's a mental game, and people talk about the mental part of it. Physically, you got guys who can bomb it. You know, they can do everything, but the mental part of it was always where you said, Tiger, that's what separated him. Did Tiger's camp just cut you off, Chris?
I don't know who just cut me off, but apparently somebody did. But no, I mean, what I was saying is I think that, you know, I've never thought I'd ever see it. I mean, Tiger is so mentally strong. And the one thing that I will say that is a disadvantage to him, and when he feels his game is on, he's mentally as strong as anybody out there. But there's a lot of guys that go through struggles, and I mean, I've had to change my putting grip for struggles with putting, and you know, I go under the radar. Nobody cares except my closest friends and family about what I do. Everybody in the world wants to know what Tiger's doing. Last year, we watched him at the PGA Championship unload his car for 30 minutes on live TV. I mean, people care what he does, and you know, it's got to be really hard. And the more that he struggles, the more it's got to weigh on him mentally. And I mean, you know, everybody's put him on a pedestal mentally that he was the strongest there was, and you know, I guess he is human.
But why is he chipping like me, Chris?
I don't know. You know, I know that there's some people that think that he has the chipping yips. I don't know if that's it. I mean, I know what the putting yips are like because I've had them. But the chipping yips, I don't know. It's crazy to me. I mean, I've played Phoenix. I've won at Phoenix. It's as easy as it gets chipping around that place, and he didn't look good doing it. So I don't know. It's crazy to even think that that's where he's at. Now he's changed his swing. To me, I've never tried to incorporate my long swing into my chipping game. Chipping's all feel. It's all whatever, you just get in there and you hit the shot and you know, whatever it is. I don't understand why he's trying to incorporate his long game into his chipping game. I never understood that.
How did he play yesterday? All I know is that we saw his plane and he played 18. And I know you throw down, you know, a few balls. You're playing a couple of different balls when you're up there chipping, putting. But did anybody say if he struck the ball well or?
That I don't, you know, same thing. I mean, again, there's not even a picture of him. All there is is a picture of his plane, which to me is shocking to me because you would think that somebody, somewhere, some groundsman, somebody at the course, somebody would have taken a picture and it would have came out somewhere. You know, is it? I mean, you know, the question came up today. You know, if now that he's been there and he's played 18 holes, if he doesn't play, what does that say?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think personally, again, I think that if he went up there and he wanted to, you know, with nobody around, he can go up and play 18 holes and see where his game stood on that golf course. Now, pressure is a whole different animal. And again, I never thought he felt pressure, to tell you the truth. I mean, I played a lot of golf with him. I never felt one time that he felt pressure. He's
Chris DiMarco, Golf Channel Morning Drive analyst, PGA pro since 1989. This is the 10-year anniversary of you. Is that right with you against Tiger?
It is, yeah. It's 10 years from when we had the playoff.
It's one thing that, you play mind games. I don't know if you play mind games with each other. Do you talk? Do you not talk because you're trying to get into his head or vice versa? What's that like when you're staring down Tiger?
It's Tiger. I mean, again, I only have great memories from 2005. I mean, as a competitor, as a golfer, I'm Italian. I'm a team guy. I grew up playing football. I did all that, and so for me, when you're battling the best, which was Tiger Woods, on the best venue in the world, which is Augusta National, in front of probably the biggest audience that we're going to play in front of, and him and I separated ourselves from the field by 6 or 7 shots. And just was down to me and him, and I was staring him down, he was staring me down, and it was a great battle. I mean, that was one of the funnest rounds of golf I've ever played in my life. To be able to, Tiger, that's what made him so special, is that he elevated his game in that arena every single almost time he teed it up. Where I had glimpses of that every once in a while. I had 2 or 3 or 4, tournaments where I got in that zone where I felt like that. He did it every week and did it for so long, so it was amazing.
But if I told you 10 years ago, Chris, by the way, you're going to be as good as Tiger 10 years from now, if not better than Tiger, what would you have said?
Well, I mean, I would love to have. I wish that was the case.
You're better than Tiger is right now.
Well, no, I mean, I don't. Tiger is Tiger, he's just going through something.
But if I said you go out and play 18 today against Tiger,
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Again, I wouldn't ever doubt him. I've tried. People have done it in the past. He likes to prove people wrong, and I think that's ultimately what's going to get him back in this thing. Is that all the naysayers will finally piss him off enough to where he'll get back. I
want him to come back. I just want to see a glimpse of it again. I want him cocky. It's just better. There's excitement. There's tension. You're either rooting for him or against him, whatever your agenda is.
Yep.
Everybody plays nice on tour. I like the fact that Tiger was there and how he did it, stirred it up a little bit.
I agree. Tiger was one of those guys that you either loved him or you hated. There was really no in the middle.
Did you ever ask for an autograph, anything autographed from Tiger?
Plenty of times for major flags for my foundation here in town. He would sign all the flags, the majors. I always do one big framed all 4 majors, and he would sign it for me. He was pretty gracious about that. It was, again, I mean, back in the day, every time he signed anything, it was worth $5,000.
I know.
So, it takes 10 extra seconds to sign 2 more autographs. There's $10,000 for my foundation. So, I felt like because we had some good battles, the 06 British Open, 05 Masters, we were on some President's Cups. I could get 5 or 6. I always told him, listen, you won 3 majors. That you're going to have to sign 10 flags. It's the way it is. So, and he was pretty good about it.
All right, so you don't think Tiger plays in the Masters?
I would be surprised. I really would, because I don't think that where we saw him 2 months ago to where he is now, that he is physically and mentally that much better and ready to compete at Augusta.
Yeah. Yeah, and the longer you wait, will we remember what's more impressive, the number of majors he's won, or the fact that it's been 7 years since he's won a major?
Well, I mean, obviously he's second of all time in majors won. Barring injuries and barring a lot of things that would have went on, nobody would have thought that we'd be going 7 years without him winning another major. So,
but what's more amazing? 7 years without a major.
That to me.
Yep.
That is for sure. I mean, the way he dominated from 97 to 2008, 14 majors, better one better a year than Clip. I mean, that's pretty good. So that's shocking to me that he has not won one. And to me, it's only harder now to win another one. He had that great year in 2013 where he won 5 times, but, as he grades himself, that would have been a B year because he didn't win a major.
Chris, good to talk to you again.
You too.
And good luck on tour.
Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it.
Thank you. It's Chris DiMarco working for the Golf Channel Morning Drive.